Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today I got a special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Ben. Right now I'm in school at Chicago. I'm headed back in a month doing psychology and comparative human development. So I'm probably going to education.
And I'm glad to hear that, man. Like, you really out there putting in work. I'm proud of you, bro. You about to graduate college, man. And you go to a prestigious school, bro. So keep doing your thing. That's why I got an intelligent man like this on my podcast. We only have the highest of quality people on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, our homeboy, our homeboy Promise can't make an appearance. He's watching a movie right now, so we're gonna have to do a small follow. Shots not fired. Shots not fired. But let's get right into it. You know, today I brought you on this show because I want to talk about some of the things that are going on in my life and some of the issues that I'm experiencing as a young 22 heterosexual. Am I technically
cisgender?
Okay, cisgender male.
Sounds about right. That's the norm these days.
Basically, I can't figure out why it's hard.
Not the norm.
Why it's hard for me to find a girl to connect with. I keep running into different issues with different females, especially the ones my age. There's like a sense of entitlement.
A sense of entitlement within the women that you're coming into contact with?
All of them, yes.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay.
They all share that character trait.
Okay.
And they differ in all types of different ways. But that one trait they share is this level of entitlement when they feel like once they're with me, that I'm supposed to just do what they say or go along with whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's hard to try to find like a healthy power dynamic with a girl my age, because it seems like she's trying to figure out what the power dynamic of a man and woman should be based on what she's being told, rather than going out there and experiencing it and trying to make our relationship and our power dynamic unique to our personality.
I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah. It's complicated. You know, it's complicated to find a woman who you can have a safe connection with. That's first of all. Like, so we feel like they're feeling entitled. Because I honestly, off the bat, I could just say that I don't think that all women have that entitlement in a sense. You know, I feel like
I didn't say all. I said the women that I've encountered. Let me get that off the way.
Okay.
That's why I'm still looking.
Okay.
Right.
Because I feel like we all struggle with, like, because their thing is entitlement, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what our thing is, but everything is connected to something, you know what I'm saying? And because
I know what mine. I know what my flows.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. And like, you just need somebody in general who's gonna be able to recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all struggle from following the main script that society teaches us. We all struggle with that. So you gotta find somebody who's gonna be like, all right, I peep that. Let's try something different, whatever. Especially this day and age. But that's like when it comes to whatever you're attracting. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be the person to attract the type of woman that's gonna want to be in those type of relationships. So you have to give up a certain amount of power in a relationship. You have to, you know, be more in tune with your emotions in your relationship, and actually like want to have a more emotional relationship. I feel like in that sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just a certain way that you have to move, because if that's what you want, that's what you gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
And how would you recommend I move? Because here's some of the things that I've been trying, right? I've been trying to better myself, number one, and let me break it down. One, I make sure that I'm working. I'm sure that I'm working enough to where I'm making my income is more than double my expenses, and my savings is in a healthy place right now, and I plan steadily for the future, right? I've taken care of myself in a sense, in financially. I've also taken care of myself in terms of my health. I work out almost every day. I make sure that I eat a healthy and balanced diet. I eat consistently the same things. I make sure that I'm well groomed. I make sure that I take care of my body. I make sure that I go to the hospital when I need to, get my physical, get my checkups done. I make sure that I ice and I recover properly. I take care of myself. I do a lot. So at what point does all of this meet? At what point is all of this enough to qualify me to be that guy that's going to attract the girl? Because I've tried going to places where I can maybe run into or find a girl that's similar to me, or would have a, lack of a better term, have a better connection with me. Mm-hmm. A girl where she and myself can kind of see eye to eye on things, and even on things we disagree about, we can find a common ground and also compromise.
Mm-hmm. But well, I don't know, because I think a relationship at the end of the day, like a lot of the first things you name, like having a stable income, make sure you get all your shit right, working out, eat right, all that, yeah, that's very good, but that's not what a relationship is about. A relationship is about the last thing that you said, finding somebody that's healthy and right for you. So it's just a matter of, are you being honest with yourself with how much you're gonna dive into another person? Because you're gonna find them, and at the end of the day, as long as you are, you're gonna find them with time, because it don't happen overnight. Like honestly.
Right.
So it's like,
but I can't even find. That's what I'm talking about. I can't even find a girl. Forget the relationship. I can't even find a girl that's suitable enough to have a prolonged period where we're having a talking phase, where we're getting to know one another. I keep finding myself, anytime I get close to a girl, I start to know a girl really well, we run into an issue. And of course, I have my flaws. I can admit that. But the issue is not really about my flaws or hers. It's usually about our views and what we would want in a relationship. Like, for example, a girl that I was with previously, she and I was getting close. We were going on dates. The whole 9 yards, getting to know each other. The only thing we didn't do was say, hey, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. But we would have conversations about men and women in a relationship and how the power dynamics and things like that should be. And I shared with her that my take is the power dynamic between a man and woman in a household. The point of a relationship is so that a man and a woman can better one another's situations and grow and build together. And also, once they're able to do that, to be stable enough to have a family, which is where children come into play. Once you get to that point, your job then becomes taking care of that child and raising that child the best you possibly can, until you and your wife get y'all the rest of y'all, when y'all done with all the children you have and take care of them, you get the rest of your life to yourself and enjoy your grandkids and everything that comes with that, all the benefits. But I explained that in order for something like that to happen, which is ideal, there are a lot of roadblocks along the way. And one of those roadblocks that she and myself talked about were, what if the woman doesn't want to live in a necessarily traditional household where the husband works and he's making enough income to support the women while she stays at home and take care of the family, in the sense that once the man and the women decided they want to have children, the woman decided, okay, she's going to put her career aside so that she can have the children, take care of the children to the best of their ability so the children can grow up healthy and happy. The woman does that, make that sacrifice, while the man makes the sacrifice of working hard so that he can be able to provide this lifestyle for the family. And that's where compromise come into play. And once they're able to do that, and the children are taken care of, the woman can then focus on her career, because the husband will be having enough income to take care of the situation. And the woman will be able to add income, which will make the situation better. But that's where the sacrifice will come into play. Now the men can work less hours, and the woman can work as much as she wants, because she has the time. And she told me that basically, well, that's not how it works, because women don't feel like What if a woman don't feel like staying at home, or she doesn't feel like sacrificing her time, or she doesn't want to sacrifice her body with all these children? And I'm like, I understand that, but if you don't want that, then what's the alternative? What, not have children, not get married, not get in a relationship? He said, well, what about the women's working, the men's working, then you send the children to daycare.
Okay. So she was like, dang, that's how you feel, like, that's so, like, traditional, like.
All I did was just brought up an idea. That wasn't my idea. I just brought it up.
And she like
She not only did she not like it, she didn't even agree with it. She didn't even consider it. It's like she looked at it from an emotional standpoint when I was just looking at it from a logical standpoint. And I said, yeah, the other option can happen, but it makes it more difficult because who's to say that the job that the woman is working is going to pay her enough for y'all to support their lifestyle? And then once the woman takes maternity leave,
so I feel like it's just different views because I can say two things.
Lay it on me.
About 3 women in my life.
Okay.
One of them been there for a long, long time, and 2 of them recently. So I'll start with the 2 recently. 2 recently, one girl I was with, we was together, whatever. I didn't want to prolong the relationship. But she started throwing hints at me, talking about, oh, my dad said it's time for me to have a baby. Like, I'm ready to settle down, Because me and this girl, we had a real, like...
Man, that's one hell of a way to say something.
Bro, we had a real, like, hot stick. We were having a real hot stick. You know, you really, like, kind of fall for somebody. But you like, no, I'm going back my way, you going back your way. And so it wasn't like one of them type job. It was like awful, explosive type thing. But it was, yeah, so that really happened. I'm like, whoa. So I know there's girls out there who are looking for what you're talking about, to be honest. And honestly, some of them might fit your exact profile what you're looking for, but a lot of them are not. You know, it's like, that's a perfect key to add exactly all the things that you're asking for. So you're going to have to take the ones that you really prioritize and mix the package. Because I can think of girls that fit some of that, but I really can't say it for all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find that. But also in terms of like traditional sense of, you know, raising children in my household, you know, that's like a point of view. Because, you know, in my household, my mom made most of the bread. Like, she was a teacher for her life. She had an experience, worked her ranks up. We got paid that paper, we had good insurance, you know. And my dad, he worked too. You know, he worked. You know, his job had different jobs, and he came made some bread too. But my mom was mainly one, so it's like different situations can work out. It's not necessarily one situation, but if that's what you want, then that's what you go get. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you know what you want, but you gonna have to.
I wasn't saying
because you know what you want. It's gonna okay.
I wasn't telling her.
See through the sand.
I didn't bring up the idea of traditionalism to tell her that was necessarily what I want. I was just bringing it up to see how she would go about breaking it down logically. And it was the way she defended her point and the way she dismissed mine. She didn't do it based on any tangible knowledge, or she didn't have any credible sources to back up what she was saying. She was just speaking on pure emotion. And when I was bringing up, you know, things like men and women pay, and the jobs that men work and what jobs that women work, and how much men on average make compared to women, and things like that, and how men advance in their career compared to women, and how it would be beneficial to do this. I was just doing it based on logic and statistics. I wanted to see if she could break down or defend her point in a similar way, just logically, even if she didn't want to use statistical examples. Just have a mindset of, okay, even if she says, okay, that makes sense, but here's another idea, and then she brings up her idea and she breaks it down in a tangible way in which it's easy for people to grasp, rather than just being emotional or throwing. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I mean,
that was just a red flag for me.
I definitely understand that, like,
because it felt like she was just saying things that she heard other people say to her. So
yeah, that's definitely a red flag for me too. Like, if someone can be, you know, just a critical thinker, it's, you know, some situations it's a deal breaker for me. But in some situations, I let it slide. But definitely for everybody. I definitely agree. But yeah, and if you want to do, and that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like I feel like as men dealing with a lot of women, they're just naturally more emotional, and it's like if you like this girl, you're gonna start to speak her language because you could say that same thing. Like you were trying to get her to read the statistics, and she's like, nah, like you talking all this like. Yeah, misogynistic shit. What are you talking about? Like, nah, it's definitely that shit real. Like, what are you talking about? Or whatever. I don't know what she was saying.
Some bullshit.
But at the end of the day, you know, if you wanna stick around, and you gonna have to play with it. Like, you know, like, all right, no, I get what you're saying. Like, it's definitely real out here. For this is the. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, women can really, you know, do a lot to their benefit. It's like similar to black people where. You know, yes, we are oppressed, but like it's a lot that we can do. You know what I'm saying? So like, more from that lens, because you always gotta look at yourself and say like, I'm not coming from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, why am I bringing this up? I'm not coming from a place of love because at the end of the day, that's your counterpart. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you never going. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, and because that's a sensitive topic in the first place. Like you know, like so.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot in that situation. I was not there, so like, you know, it was one of those you had to be there to really see how that joint unfolded for real.
But you can imagine.
I could definitely imagine like you was on your heels. You was like, oh, they on your toes. Oh, they on your heels.
Right? It's like, and that's what I don't like. It's like. It feels like I'm playing like goal line defense every time, and I just gotta like be careful not to let them run the ball in. And you just never know what they're gonna do, and it's like they're always trying to throw a trick play at you. Just when you think they're gonna just hand it off, they hit you with the Philly special.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like to be in a relationship with women.
But no, that's not all women. I'm telling you, bro. We just have to make ourselves the individual that attract the type of women we want. Bro. I'm telling you, that's how it works. Because just you know. You can really catch a vibe off of like a 30-second conversation. A good vibe. You can catch a small vibe in a 15-second chat. Because like, I don't know, man. Like, people always be sticking on them. Like, people always be sticking on them. The way somebody look at you, you be like, You know what I'm saying? You ever see that, bro? Because they say that people always have micro expressions towards what you say, like, you know, so whatever their reaction is to what you say, for like a millisecond, for a fraction of a second, what they truly feel pops up on their face, and then it goes away. This is like some psychology shit, you know. I
see that all the time.
Psychology boy, so I guess I should say something about psychology in this shit, I guess. Yeah. But
I've had some nasty looks before. I had some people look at me like,
and then if you catch it right, you catch it and you like. Did I see that?
Like, they look at you like they just want you dead or something.
But the thing is, a lot of times, when we learn in psychology, a lot of times, you don't see it. But guess who do see it? Your subconscious mind. You don't consciously see it, but your subconscious mind see it. So now what you doing? You catching a vibe. You catching a weird vibe from this person. But because in your brain, like, oh yeah, that definitely was a motherfucking fly look, like, no gap. But you consciously like, I don't know if I saw that shit. Am I tripping? Like,
and then you don't want to be like, and you be like, I don't just want to snap.
You don't be weird. Like, I'm not trying to be weird.
So like, I'm just not gonna react. I'm not gonna let it affect me.
Exactly. But
now, if he think the look is enough to like throw me off my game, he must not know. He must see my childhood.
Yeah, man. But that's why you gotta always trust your intuition, trust your gut. But that's what they're talking about, man. Like, cause you have a lot of information that you don't even process consciously. First of all, and just like also, just like.
All right, so tell me this, right? What about you? What's been going on with you and your life and the ladies, man? I know that you've been having a lot of success. You're like the Michael Jordan of females out there, man. Should I tell them about what I discovered yesterday at work?
I don't know, man.
He said, I don't know.
I don't know. What are we discovering? Huh?
No. I mean, we're not gonna talk about that. Damn, that's deep. Jesus Christ. I was talking about, damn, you look like fucking Tom Brady doing that shit. I was talking about the.
Whatever.
Alright. Was that obvious? Was that? I could cut this shit out. You don't know. I could cut this shit out. You don't know about this shit.
No, but I don't care. I'll talk about this.
Alright. Yeah, so let's talk about your success, man. You've been doing good.
Man, you know.
We sound like some dogs talking in secret, talking on the podcast.
Honestly, I was about to say that, man. I really don't like to use the word success, you know what I'm saying? But I do, though, at the same time, because I had goals. You know, I had goals in my relationships with women in general, because as a man, you know, at the end of the day, like, women are a group of people that you want to interact with because they're women, you know. And as a man, you notice that, so you have goals with like your relationships with the women, you know. So lately, definitely, I was just finding myself in just more healthy relationships, ones that I like more so, just like being more picky and assertive about what I want. And you know, as a young boy, you don't know that that's what's really gonna get you what you want. You think you gotta cater to their needs, but it's really like, nah, like you're a person too, like. You have feelings too. Like, you get upset too. You don't like certain shit too. Like, you like to be treated a certain way too. So it's like, you need to also be picky and find the right people that's going to treat you in the way that you want to be treated. You know? Let's go back to second grade with this shit. Let's go back to pre-K. Treat niggas the way you want to be treated. You know
Golden rule.
You know what I'm saying? Golden rule. And even deeper than that, treat people the way they want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm starting to learn now, bro. It's like, that's how you really treat somebody in the way that you want to be treated, because at the end of the day, you want to be treated how you want to be treated. So it's like, it's saying the same thing, but you don't get the second part until you really think about it, when somebody tell you. You're like, damn.
And that's the part they leave out of school.
Yeah, that's the part they leave. Okay.
There's a lot of shit they leave out those textbooks, man.
Or whatever the common speak, you know. Common sense ain't, first of all, common sense stopped being common, I think. And like,
I think they should call it a rare sense.
Yeah, bro. Weird, yo. But if you call it rare sense, it's gonna sound like some ninja shit. Like, that's doing it too much justice. Like, it ain't all that.
But it is what it is. That's exactly what it is.
No, it's not.
If you talk about the ratio of people who has it and who don't, it's very rare. It's like finding diamond. No, there's a lot.
I'm not
compared to the idiots.
I'm not gonna feel that old to say it's enough people without common sense to call it rare sense. Nigga, like rare sense. There's still a lot of people with common sense. It's just like people like our age, I feel like, don't have fucking common sense. But like people older than us definitely have common sense. Like, I respect all them niggas older than us because they all got fucking common sense. And I don't know, maybe it's just me or no, it's not just me, bro. These young boys, I don't know. In the Bible they say they get wickeder and wiser as the generations go on. I feel like that shit happening. Like,
no, that's what the Bible said.
Is it me or is the young boys is always getting wickeder and wiser? And with the technology, bro, this young going crazy. Like, the kids are not in school right now, barely, yo. That shit crazy. I mean, a lot of them are back in school right now, but that online, bro, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That's so different.
Nothing's wrong with online. What?
Nothing's wrong with online. Well, I don't want to talk about it, but I will address this because I have to. Yes, it is, because you don't get no type of human interaction in the classroom experience. You don't get to discipline children in the way you want to. You got, my mom is a teacher. You got young boys with your camera on and all that. You do not get educated. If there was a level 1 to 10 that you could be educated in the classroom, you in the class, if you got a good teacher, you on like 9, you're on a good day, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucking Zoom, man, online, you're on like a 5, maybe. You feel me? Like, it's not good for nobody. So there's something going on. And studies also show that you learn more in person than you do on the screen in general. So kids learn more alphabet and all that shit from a teacher saying it to them and interacting with them than from Sesame Street and all that, even though it is good. But retention rate is at like 40% versus somebody talking to you like 60%. I made up those numbers, but it's like something around there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, yeah. So that's all I can say about that. But yeah, with the ladies, man, I just been feeling. I just been feeling good, man. You know,
you're lucky.
You just get older. Like I said, you just know what you want, and you be assertive about what you want. And you find the people that's going to respect it. And you're going to learn how to respect other people, because that's a huge part. Because you ain't going to get no respect when you don't get no respect. My old head always told me, respect don't cost none, but it pays a whole lot.
Okay, so what are you looking for in females?
Right now, I'm just looking for a good love connection. You know, I'm not even who. Right now, I'm just. Damn, I don't even know. I don't want this on the podcast. I'm not trying to be Marvin Gaye, nigga. What is your like talk about?
He said I don't want this on the podcast. He already said it.
Nah. I like to keep my sly element. That's how
this sly element.
Because I'm on like a little. I'm like this is off the record. I'm on like a little lily pad type situation. You know, like the hop from relationship to relationship.
Right.
At the moment, you know what I'm saying? But,
right.
Cause I can't really handle more than 3 at once.
More than 3 relationships at once?
But I like knowing people, you know what I'm saying? I like getting to know people's, you know, whatever. So
I think that's normal though.
Yeah, for sure.
Just 1 girl is a lot. 2 is a handful. 3, it's like juggling, you know?
Oh, you juggling, bro? Your arms getting tired. Your arms get tired. You gotta drop one, yo.
You got to. Your dick gets tired next.
Bro, see, I experienced that for the first time recently, because I wasn't really out here, you know, like, doing nothing crazy.
There's nothing wrong with getting a triple-double. It feels good.
Yeah. No, it definitely feels good, but just, you know, whatever, how I grew up, you know, situation, whatever. It's just, I never really got into it, but, you know, getting older, you know, just living life. You start to, you know, your dick is like, yo, bro, let's figure it out, my nigga. You're like, all right, I got you.
It's like, it talks to you.
Yeah, you're like, I got you. So
definitely has a mind of his own.
Yeah, but it's like once you embrace it, it's just so much literal chemistry there.
Yeah, you can become homies.
Literal chemistry there, like the fucking testosterone and the fucking like.
You think girls become friends with their vaginas like how we become friends with our dicks?
Oh, 100%.
What about the ones who treat their vaginas like shit? How can you be friends with that?
Ones who treat the vaginas like shit?
When it's all like, the lips are all fucked up and rumpery, looks like spoiled lasagna.
What?
What do you mean? I'm talking about?
I mean, and the lips they look like,
extruded.
Oh, like long and shit?
Yeah, and nasty.
I mean,
like cabbage.
I mean, but why would you like talk about somebody like that? Like that's
because I've seen it and I almost threw up.
But that's like just how somebody's naturally born, though. Like
no,
it's not like they can help it.
No, she wasn't born with that shit. She was a freak.
What do you
she
mean
been around the block at least more than once.
What do you mean she wasn't born with it?
Her vagina she was not born with that type of vagina.
Bro, you need to go online and look up different types of vaginas.
I understand. Look, I understand. You can see some with. I don't mind though. There are some in which the clitoris comes out. Yes, I understand that. But it wasn't just the way in which the clitoris came out. No, it wasn't just that. It was the fact that it came out, right? And it was hanging down and it was slobby and droopy. And you could tell that it's been pounded like ground fucking beef. And then the outside of it had like fucking Morgan Freeman type hair and like spots and shit. You know what I mean? It was sick. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, how can you be that young but your pussy looks that old? It's because she's been around the block.
What's your favorite drink?
I don't drink much, but I really don't like alcohol, to be honest with you. But if I was to choose a drink, it would probably be Jack Daniels. Probably. No. Captain Morgan.
Okay, those are 2 good choices. They're definitely the sweeter ones.
Because I've had my best drunk experience on Captain Morgan, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I guess
Captain Morgan, relax my organs.
Captain what?
Captain Morgan, relax my organs.
Oh. Yeah, I think all the niggas are like slave catchers, but whatever. But, I mean, same thing with all these different companies. I'm a gin guy. I really like gin.
Never had that shit. Oh, I've had gin. I hate that shit. It's too strong.
I feel like
you like gin? It's so strong though.
Bro, I feel like I've had my best night, my best drunks on gin. I don't know what it is about it, but I go off the experience and I be on. I be like, ooh. I be like, I don't know, I just feel great.
You feeling the music?
Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta get this one joint. I found this new, cause lately I used to just drink Seagram's. That's it. Everybody knows that Seagram's extra dry gin that comes in that sparkly bottle.
Okay.
And you know, I used to be getting that joint for a while. Yes, that shit nasty as fuck. I'm not gonna hold this nasty as fuck. But me, I just took a liking to it because I like the way it made me feel, like that burn, and then that feeling after. Like I really like that, and it works for me personally. But I started shopping around as I got older, and I'm trying this and trying that one. It's some shit that I really like. It comes in a blue bottle. You'll see it. I don't know. It's in Philly. I don't know if it's a lot of other places because I found out it's made in Philly. It's called Blue Coat.
Blue Coat?
The Blue Coat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Blue Coat. Yo, that shit, that gin is good. It's the same alcohol content. It's like, 40%. Bro, but you drink that joint, I'm like, I can drink this joint to the head. Like, it's pretty smooth.
Really? Is that smooth?
Bro, and it's brewed in Philadelphia. I'm like, yo, this shit. I mean, I guess, for me, it's definitely not as bad as the fucking Seagram's. That's, for sure. So, I'm fucking with it. And as a mixed drink, it just works well with things. You put in some
Is it good on the rocks?
Or like, oh, bro, yes. Okay. Oh, even better on the rocks. I usually don't even drink it on the rocks. I just, I don't know. I'm used to drinking my old heads. You pull out the little chili shot.
That's the type of drink you gotta have for the cigar.
Yeah, we usually have a blunt, nigga. Fuck a cigar.
Roll another blunt, shit.
And a couple of little teeny bottles. You get like 3 shots, 4 shots, and you fucking blunt. If you really fucked up like that, you can definitely end up getting some food and doing some work. I remember that whole summer, me and my old heads was working on cars. And just be getting fucked up all day. Like, that shit was the best. Summertime on the block. Chill. Great time. Getting paid.
Okay.
But,
man.
How about you, man? You ever doing the mechanic work?
Did I? My dad was a mechanic, so...
Oh, shit.
He's technically a diesel technician, so...
Damn, bro. That's crazy.
So we just, anytime he needed help, we just help him fix different things. So...
Oh, that's live. I'm over here like, damn. I'm just like asking him about myself. And it turns out your dad... Yo, so do you feel like... Did you want to be an engineer?
I did, yes.
You did?
Yes.
Because he was?
No.
What was he then?
A diesel technician.
Okay. Diesel technician. Okay. That's sound about right. Sounds like some type of engineer, but he gets his own title. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing, so on a resume, that's John like, diesel technician. Oh, who that, bro? I need my
it's good money.
My diesel needs some teching, bro. Like,
no,
so he on the next level. Okay.
Right. Works for a big company.
He a specialized engineer. That's what that is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, word up. That's live, though. Let's go. Okay, word up.
The pressure is on. Mom's a nurse. So,
that's live.
Pressure is on.
Bro, what's your major again, bro? I can forget. This is my 3rd time. I remember this time.
Civil.
Civil engineer? Okay. But right now you're saying that you wanted to be an engineer.
Right. I always did want to be an engineer, but it wasn't because of what my dad did.
Okay. But you still want to be an engineer? Right.
It's because of my own interests.
Okay, bet.
I want to build schools in my home country.
So, Let's go.
We'll see if that comes to fruition. We'll see how that goes. Knowing how fucked up this world is, I hope I live to see it.
Nah, man, you gonna live to see it. Keep on pushing in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Just work on yourself. Become that, energy that is gonna attract those things, deserve those things, be able to give those things to other people. Because to do that, you have to take on a lot, you know what I'm saying? Not even, you have to be a lot, not even in the sense of like being more, or honestly, yeah, you have to be more in terms of like just what you take on. But that's somewhere that, like, I believe you can get, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I hope that wasn't a pessimist view. It was an optimist pessimist view. It was a realist view. Look at that. Look at me.
This world's got us constantly questioning ourselves before the cancellation.
But yeah, man. What should we talk about? I feel like I got something I want to talk about. You talking about real stuff?
I mean, no, I was just letting the podcast flow naturally. You know, whatever comes to mind, you could bring up something you want to talk about later. I mean, you know, it's an open space.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna get to my podcast, you know, I feel like I didn't really introduce myself well.
Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Starwood. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget the camera.
Oh yeah. Hello, my name is Benjamin Starwood. Yeah, I said I go to college right now, study psychology and all that. But you know, I like to read. You know what I'm saying? I like nature. I like, you know, to stay active. You know, I'm definitely looking for a career in education. And, you know, I like history for sure. I've been really getting into history lately for sure. Because I've been into...
what period?
Well, I'll explain in a second. I've been, like, into etymology, which is, like, how knowledge itself is like, the branches of a tree. Where it's rooted. Like, where does it come from? How we know what we know. Because it always comes from somewhere. We didn't get it from nowhere. So in that sense, what period is, like, a bunch of different periods. But I'm not following based on the period. I'm following based on the knowledge. So it's like, you know, ancient Egyptian knowledge and, you know, Greeks and Romans and now and what they knew back in the Middle East and just like whose ideas are whose and like how what we're doing right now is not, in a sense, you know how in regular life you say like, oh, this situation is happening, but like it's not necessarily because of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living in this world, and that's what's happening. You know, whether it's like being black or like if you get to pay a car note, like that's probably on you, but also like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a similar way where it's like, what am I saying? We have to get this part here. Remember what I'm saying? How does it mean? Oh. It's the same thing with, you can look at a larger picture of like our overall society, like what's going on right now. It's not really personal because it's like niggas done been through this a little bit before, and like to know how we got here really makes sense. So it's just like it kind of alleviates a little bit of like uncertainty. I feel like, in my sense, especially as black people, just knowing what the fuck was going on. Cause shit out here is weird and crazy. And like, just knowing what the fuck is going on is pretty important. So that's what I've been trying to immerse myself in more. So just especially because my career as well. Like if I'm gonna be an educator, I need to make sure I know what's going on and I know what I'm talking about. So that just comes with the territory.
Why'd you want to be an educator?
Just because I'm a young boy from the hood, went to a nice rich school his whole life, and I was like, damn, this is real nice, and I'm getting, you know, accolades for being me, and I feel like so many other my niggas could get accolades for being that, you know what I'm saying? But it was not made possible by, you know, the systems that we have in place to, you know, educate our children.
Okay.
But
what do you hope to accomplish?
I hope to accomplish a good bit, you know. I just hope to keep my foot on the gas pedal. You know, I feel like I'm still working on my engine right now, you know, getting that thing running. Go back to school, there's definitely a massive period. But always on the pedal, you know, staying progressing. I've been reading a lot lately, that's been my way of doing that, just trying to learn more, like I said earlier. But, yeah, my goals are wide and lofty right now, to be honest. But that's the way I move. I like it like that. I like to move in a direction and do well and learn along the way. Because I do have a lot of things that I want to do in so many areas, and I'm not sure where I'm going to land. You know, I do want to get into curriculum. I really think it's real important to control what our kids learning. Like, they only get so much time in school. They have to be there. It's forced to be there. And you're teaching them these things like, but why are you spending so much time on this shit? Like, it's so irrelevant to the larger circumstances. A lot of times it's like, it's a perspective that's not larger. Like, in my opinion, if we were just more real with children, we could get over a lot of shit in society.
Ain't that the truth?
Because, like, why are we just learning things at 22 that you could teach to a 2-year-old, my nigga? And it's crazy because, like, I'm talking to this girl right now. You know, she's amazing. You know, shout out so and so. And like, yeah, like she was talking to her nephew on the phone, and she was like, "Yeah, me and Benny, me and Ben were having sex or something like that." And she said that, yeah. She's like, me and Ben were having sex, and I was like, "What? You want to see that from a young boy? Like, yo, I think he like 4. He's like, you want to see that?" I'm like, "Yo, you want to see that from a young boy?" Like, that's crazy. But she's like, "Wow, like, he knows what sex is. Like, that's a concept, but he knows that it's between two people and it makes them feel good, and that you need to learn your body first." And I was like,
that's healthy.
I'm like, "Yo, that's healthy. That's weird. Because that's not how we make fun about it."
You didn't have to tell him you was having sex, though. You could have just been like, mind your business. Or nothing. Or she could have made something else, like, y'all was playing the game, watching TV, watching the movie.
Yeah. But, like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I honestly, I did feel real uncomfortable in that situation. But that's how they do them.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
She put you on the spot in that one. It's just like...
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, yo, that's like low key closer to where I'm trying to be. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm really trying to explain things so that when they get there, it's not surprising. You know, like, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like I'm starting to understand also at the same time, like, my parents not doing that because it is something to let somebody keep their innocence. You know what I'm saying? Maintain their youth. Like, I feel like as you get older, you really start to realize that that's just like, yo, shit's gonna get real out here. So like,
and it gets real fast.
So like, why would I put young boy through that? He was in school having fun. You know what I'm saying? So when he's 18, I'm gonna get on his ass. But like, it's like, and that's what I really said because I feel like my parents in general, I kind of like it, but they were like more hands off. You know what I'm saying? They did what you do with me. They set me up. No, that's not true. They were hands off. My mom definitely taught me, you know, some teachers taught us how to read and write, kind of numbers, and shit. That's when we're all did pretty well in school. And my dad, you know, they were always around, but in terms of what I should do with my life, they never really told me anything. They was like, you know,
do what you want to do.
I feel that. You understand? I feel that.
They allowed you to be yourself in a way.
And it's like,
and then they supported you too. That's the best part.
So I feel like giving too much advice is like also bad because. At the end of the day, we all, my mom would say this all the time. It's like, if somebody takes additional road, are you going to drive past them and believe them or not? And a lot of times, bro, just as a young boy, everybody can think of a time, many times, if somebody told you something, you just did it anyway. And that's because you have to experience the pain of that happening for it really to stick in your brain, apparently, on some things. Some things you might not need to go through. And some people are really good at not needing to go through anything. You get it right the first time. So, you know, but it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's factual, it's factual.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But is there anything else you want to get out? Because we're coming to the wrap-up part of the section part of the podcast. Anything you want to plug?
Get out?
Yeah, you should plug yourself, like plug your social media, things like that.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out, you know, my social media is Cultural Collage. Definitely. I'll be posting a little bit on there. Coming sometime in the near future. So definitely check that out. Give me a follow. I'll follow everybody back. I really don't give a fuck. Like, you know, can do that? Let's go. Yeah,
let's
follow
go
back.
Follow up.
But yeah, that's what I join. You know, I just really want everybody to share everybody with love.
Yeah, so what do you want people to take from this episode? From you being here, what's your message?
Man, bro, one thing I feel like as a teacher, I don't know, I'm really working on my approaches towards like children on how to teach them certain things and at the right time. Timing is everything. Like I was saying before, like it's hard to know when to introduce certain things. But I feel like when it comes to like women with us boys, like we're like sexualizing them in a weird way a lot of the times. And it's brought about that way by our men a lot of times. But this new day and age is starting to switch around a little bit, but I think it's really important that we understand that getting your badge on and having good sex or like whatever is all about treating yourself with respect, bro. Like that's really, I don't know, in my opinion, because you're gonna have the best of all of it once you know what you want and you go to people who will treat you like that. But the thing that it is, people want to because once you get what you want, you're gonna have to deal with the things that you don't want to deal with to get exactly what you want. And you're not really realizing it or not. People do want to think you want to find the back ways theological or whatever, but that's what's happening. So it's like, that's how I feel about it. Because, and you gotta be assertive. That's all.
Be assertive. I agree with that. I agree with that. Let's see. If I do this should improve my chances with females, or at least with the female that I want, I should say. You know, it's not really helpful to get girls, it's just the ones that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Hold on. That's not, I don't want to do it like that. So I just want to say that. So that's my approach, you know, that's my approach. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, as a man, bro, I can personally say that's when my nigga gonna come out. I've had a lot of great experiences with women. Like me and Musa, we talk. Like I be out, you know. I don't even be out here for real. It's just that if you're a respectful motherfucker, bro, and you express your needs, you can do the fuck you want. Cause girls, that's all they want. They just want a nigga who wanna be honest with them. If you down bad, you broke. So yo, I ain't got no bread. I'm not trying to go to the fucking club. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, she throw you, slide you like $10, slide you the Uber. Bro, it don't really, just be honest, just be real. You talking to the girl, tell her. A lot of times, yeah, it's gonna result in her not trying to mess with you. That's the consequences you get actually, bro. Good fucking job. Like, stop being sneaky. And that's the parts where it's like, if you really want what you want, no bullshit. You gonna have to do things before they happen. You don't have to be precautious, whatever that word is. Take precaution. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I'm feeling about it. But y'all niggas just wanna have fun, so don't take precaution if you don't want to. That's up to you.
Yeah, live reckless if you want to. Be bold.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, and also treat women how you treat everybody, bro. That's the main thing that I feel like men fuck up on, bro. Is in most situations it's like, why are you treating this person different because they're a woman? It's not in all situations. Or it's not in most, but it's like too many where it's like, you're acting weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're acting weird to me. And they're all subtle. It's like microaggressions with race. You know what I'm saying? It comes between power dynamics and they're very subtle. But as a sensitive being myself, I notice them. And you know, women of course notice them, and some people notice them. But that's why I think that as men need to work on is just genuine fucking respect as a human being. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you can really work on just to not offend people, you know what I'm saying? That don't want to be offended and come across in the right way and say things and like have a good conversation, discussion, and deal with somebody's emotions and logic. Like, come on, like, just be a fucking real ass nigga. Be a person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's not a lot of real niggas left.
yeah.
So niggas don't really know who to look up to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I do in that though. Just treat women like people. That sounds, I don't know how that sounds, but it's profound.
It's
right,
promise. Because that's what they are. People try to treat women like they're possessions or objects.
Yeah.
Treat them like people.
Cause that's the main thing I realized, bro. Cause I wasn't doing that. I was like, yo, I am fucked up. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel sometimes. Or it's not even fucked up. It's just like, I'm moving weird. It's literally, I'm moving weird cause girls, you act like girls don't see that shit. Like, you just moving weird. That's why you don't get no chicks. Because you're rooting for you know what I'm saying? You're not, like, treating like a person, like, yeah. That's also important. But just like those micro emotions, or those micro expressions, those catch a vibe, automatically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't fake the fuck for nobody, bro.
That's true.
But yeah. We out. Make sure you pass love to everybody.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. We'll most likely have you on again. We'll see.
Yeah.
Got a lot of time on my hands to do this anyway. But thank you guys for tuning in to the podcast. It's your boy Musa. And again, I'm taking Ben with me. We're heading back to Mars. Peace.